Zerftopian Empire. Sounds pretty neat. Folks, I'm the Mysterious JG, and welcome back to Let's Play Romance of the Kingdoms 13, Fame and Glory and Strategy and whatever expansion edition, Turbo Hyper Fighting, Super, the New Warriors. We need to get back to our home city. We need to return to our home planet. But, yeah, we may never get to meet our kids if, hi guys, how you doing? If, Handangs? Okay, so we've got, I believe those are the defenders of, not Dynatron City, but in fact Shou-han, who are just pulling out. Nope. Maybe not. I think we're still not winning the battle for Shou-han. But that's okay, because we have certainly occupied a lot of their troops. The battle for Zhuchang may not be a simple, easy matter either. But at this point, it looks like Cao Cao is losing... Well, no, maybe not. Oh, that's a... Man, let's check out that guy's portrait with his freaking leopard skin, fuzzy headband. That guy's awesome. I want him in my army. But, yeah, we certainly seem to have had a detrimental effect on Cao Cao's advance against Yuan Shao. And they're finally gearing up to properly defend Zhuchang. Alright, man, we're hitting Yi! Hey, we're actually hiring Cao Cao guys now. Cao Cao Maniacs. So I think I probably need to let my currently dispatched troops finish their campaigns of terror, and then those officers will immediately have plenty of troops to lead, because we now have like Hongnong over 20k troops, Chang'an 30k troops, even Luoyang has 25k troops. So. Like, we'll have another big wave ready to march out pretty much as soon as the current troops in the field we're able to break those fights off. Bad John wants that city patrolled. I guess Jacques Yao isn't so terrible, because that needed to be reset when I only went with 10 as the required. Okay, hold on. I have an order now. I still can't do goodwill. Or alliance. I obviously don't want an alliance with Cao Cao. I have to assume that that poor reputation thing applies to Cao Cao force primarily, but... I'll go back to training. Go back to training, although I don't know that we'll ever actually get that maxed. And we are now hiring guys. Oh, I know what I needed to do. Let me remove this mission. It's not going to hurt anything. And I'm going to try to see if I can hire any of these captured Cao Cao officers. Lu Jun would be certainly a good choice. I guess he's not captured. He's just like a new guy's popped up. These guys really hate Falger. Lu Meng's not interested. Zhao Kong I could probably get. Although he popped up as a possibility before. Looking for officers who would be kind of interesting. Or who are prisoners. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we captured Jiaoshi. I'm pretty sure we captured... I don't think we'll be allowed to hire him. But we Wu Lingqi's friendship with Cao Cao wrecked everything. Where, just so I can see whether it's immediately apparent that he's a prisoner. Is there any way to even say, okay, it does say prisoner at the top. So if I was to get a chart, no. A list would be nice here. I can at least see who's a I do know how to see who's a prisoner. So I just look for the word prisoner. He hates Folger. Because the non-prisoners, like, I worry about going to try to hire them because they'll get like shifted around from place to place while I'm trying to hire them. It'll just take a ton of effort. Oh, these guys are prisoners who are with the dispatch arm. Yeah, Cao An Min is actually the child of Cao Cao, if I'm not mistaken, so might not get him. And somebody who is with a unit that is currently in the field, apparently I'm not allowed to go hire them. Alright, let's forget about that and go back to training horses. I love horse training and something. Oh, Yang doesn't have a special training ground? It should get one immediately. Granary? For wherever Lady SKS is at these days. And we'll have a grand practice. Hu Jun has been hired. That's good news. Should probably put him somewhere, but like figure out where he's going to go. We are destroying stuff near Zhuchang. This is truly getting into the end game now. Want to train horses? Sure, let's train horses. I did not actually mean to do that. I meant to go check on the battle here. Now, if I keep checking on battles and not advancing time, we'll never finish the LP, but looks like they're going to I wonder if it's time for us to just withdraw these guys and give up on this fight, but I don't know where these other guys are all leading troops already. Let's just let them lose the battle and hope no officers get killed. Just to keep those guys from getting involved and reinforcing anywhere else. Liu Zhan has been hired. Yeah. So we are attacking Zhuchang. And people are becoming best friends through letters. That's the most important thing that's happening right now. So where are you guys? You guys are, well, let's get some patrolling going on. So these guys are kind of caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. Are they going to defend Zhuchang or what? Now they're marching towards Zhuchang, which is what you would expect. That's what would make sense to do in this situation. And I'm not even sure it's worth sending these guys once they take one. Should they go marching towards Zhuchang too? Or should they head for Runan and assume Zhuchang is already going to fall? Sure. Ma Riddy was injured. Oh no, is Ma Riddy one of my waifus? I care about the waifus, you know. Hold on. I feel like Ma Riddy might be one of my waifus. Now I'm not sure. There's Liu Dai. Where are my waifus at? Where they at? Mei Rui. Okay, never mind. Whoever that is not one of my waifus, so who cares? So they're gonna pull in everyone they can for this one, I would think. Maybe it's a lost cause. This is well, if it isn't the rumored JG Mystery, the Prime Minister. No, this is just between us, but I'm thinking of making a healthy profit off the poor harvest. Wait a minute, buddy. We're in the middle of taking the Emperor. We're going to put it in the city's coffers because I haven't spent any of my personal funds in a long time. I'm no longer doing friendship quests. I needed to bribe people. That guy's running out of supplies, though. We're missing the biggest battle of the LP, potentially. Although my impartiality is raising people's loyalty, so that's good. Hey, the Prime Minister doesn't have to get personally involved in every fight. I've done plenty. My elephant charge outside of Ma Tang's capital was big time stuff. I do not believe we'll be fighting with ships very much anymore. Chang Zheng, prisoner of Falger, has escaped. Okay. Hey, one of my waifus is the ultimate hero of everything. Does that mean that they were eventually defeated? Oh, I have not been doing stuff this whole time. I wonder if that means they finally actually got... Because I thought I was like in the middle of a training mission, but I guess I wasn't. If they suddenly got credit for deeds, I was thinking maybe it meant they actually were no longer in battle. Wow, Juan just won't fall to us. Now we have like desperately tired troops on both sides, just continuing to lean into each other and throw weak punches. So Cao Cao personally involved here. We did lose the battle at Shochun at long last. Which should now mean that... No, he's still busy. We just don't have officers to lead that. So it should be nice to win right now, but this might not go our way immediately. Lord Lu Gui is defected. What a jerk. How dare you turn against the king? You will know the name of the king. Sure would be nice if Tadun could hold out long enough that Zhu Huang and his friends can't arrive to help in that fight. And it would be really nice if we could hurry up and win this fight so these guys could now march to assist up in the north against Zhu Chang. Yeah, let's get patrolling. I agree. Anyway, I can have... troops out of Hongnong. Any of you guys free? Yep, this should finish it. You guys probably marching halfway across China to get 5 more order. Oh well. It's maybe for not if we win this anyway, but it does seem likely that they're going to send in more guys to reinforce and we won't win. So it'd be kind of good to make sure we've got overwhelming force here. Rui and Hui Kuibing have become best friends. Just giving my wife a social life outside of being my wife's, you know, it seems fair. They were created from, like, the RNG number generator, so it's not like they have a bunch of pre-existing personal connections, unless those were created by the RNG as well. Got an army unit that ran out of supplies. I agree, let's get training. I thought we might take Xuchang in this video, but it doesn't look like we've got enough time. I guess I could speed things up. Something happened that I missed. Oh, we're really close to having perfect horses here. We should have Ganshi flail away at that. They don't have enough gold. Oh. Maybe they need to get more gold. Maybe I need to slow things down a bit and do some redistribution of supplies. So I got a couple of these Cao Cao cities I've taken over are all out of gold because he's basically bankrupted them, trying desperately to keep up with us. They do have some supplies, but yeah, not a lot of gold. All right, so pick some city in the backwaters that have like more gold than they'll ever need, like this one. That's not too much of a backwater. That's frickin' Chang'an or Chengdu, but still. Okay, don't have to worry about that again. They really want me to disband these armies that are out of food, which, you know, I mean, there's a logic there. How many troops have you got left? We could probably have you retreat. And I'll stop getting that damn message at least. Because there's only 2,000 troops in that, so it's not making the difference in this fight. Night Demon, not much of a commander, but he's going to do what he can. Because, yeah, Cao Cao's throwing everything he's got into this. Because this is obviously the fight to maintain his hold over the Emperor. Which is kind of a big deal for Cao Cao and his plans. Fujun forces run out of supplies. So now I got somebody else I'm going to get that message about. Fujun, you have 11,000 troops. As a matter of fact, I think I read the wounded and not the total troop count in that last thing, so that might have been wrong. Can you please just defeat Fa Zheng? Please. You will actually get supplies if you take over Wan. So Destro, he should be able to take the city at this point. I gotta be ready to get going right away on training horses that will probably never go to battle. Oh, for fuck's sake. So we got a little meaningless debate we gotta do. I'm not even gonna read through the text. It's just like, it's throwing stuff at you to do if they think you're not involved in the story. And I'm like, I just need to let the LP end, guys. Yep. Fealty increased because of whatever. Alright. Running out of time. It would be nice to at least take Wan here. Ooh, Su Bin's is way better than Earl King at leading troops, apparently. Gan Ning might make a difference when he gets there, but probably should have timed it so they all head at the same time. Oh well. Hey, but it's summertime. Summertime. Han Sui was injured. Ooh, Lizard Lord, he's one of your boys. Get up there and help him out. Or comment on it in your fanfic. Well, not fanfic, but role-playing. Of course, they're not in the same fight at this point, I believe. Can we please just take Wan? I need those troops to be available to go attack Xuchang. I got jerks defecting. Like, that nonsense should stop once we get the Emperor. Yohua. Yes, we've taken Wan. So Wan, I guess, is going to be a District 1 city because I wasn't given any opportunity to pick anything. Lu Meng is marching on to the rescue. Are you guys going to be under my command? Because I'd kind of like you. It would be nice if you could regain morale, but I kind of need you to march straight for Xuchang. Boy, that would be great if Serena C gets the credit for this, huh? Their defense is pretty awful, though. But they've got supplies again. Yeah, they're going to send everything they've got. And we now have them sufficiently outnumbered. We should be able to take Shochun. They can no longer afford to send anybody to help out with that. And I think it's time to forget about using our favor for... Oh, is this overkill? It's Xuchang. We take Xuchang. That's a big freaking deal. If that is the wish of JG Mystery, then we shall follow. Alright, Falger. You gotta get personally involved now. If I'm lucky, they'll let me continue to use these guys. to march on to other cities, like I guess Chenliu. I don't know if we already took Chenliu. Garkatai doesn't really have much of an officer force over here, apparently. Some of these cities already have their last group of troops are out in the field, and now the backup generals are leading troops. You know what? No. That's overkill for Juchang, but if they march for Chenliu, they have to march through Juchang to get there. So if somehow we don't take Chenliu, this will make sense. Okay. Somehow we don't take Juchang with this wave. These guys coming for Chenliu will take Juchang along the route. I can get personally involved if that becomes the thing to do after Fat John and his units have returned, and we've got our main commanders in Chang'an are back. This is it, folks. All of Zerftopia, once again, every year, once a year, all of Zerftopia marches. And by the time they're done, they're not even done actually marching around northern China. By the time there's another order for everyone to march. We won't have a lot of officers around for domestic duties, though. But who needs to run the country when you can conquer the country? Hey, Doc Yao is still alive. For some reason, I would see Jacques Yao pop up once in a while, not Doc Yao. I was maybe thinking Doc Yao was gone. Never remember which of these cities out here, over here, I control and Zerf controls. These I know are all mine, so I don't need to march them out now. I can do that later. Is there any city with sizable troops that I'm not already using? Nope. Other than Chang'an itself. Prepare yourselves. Chickadee check yourselves before you wreck yourselves. Chickadee check yourselves before you wreck yourselves. Chickadee check yourselves. Chickadee check yourselves. I don't remember what comes after that. But I've just finished this. I failed. There's no one for me to visit. So I will return to my training. And I will call it a video. Alright, folks, that's it. We finally took Juan in this video. Long time coming. I'm going to call it a session, which is why even though I'm saving, I will take just a minute to recap the situation. Again, there will be a little break for me between playing this game. It won't make a difference to you as far as the upload schedule, but... Oh, aw, his old savior. Okay, I guess I'll save again because we just had plot advancement of the letter writing campaign of a sort. But then we will quick check on our situation and end our turn. As it were. Alright. So if you take a look at the situation, take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow. We have just masses of troops are marching. They got a long ways to go, some of them, but we're pulling the trigger on Cao Cao here. Cao Cao's own personal group in this fight is almost wiped out. But as you can see, gradually, like just continually reinforcing, Cao Cao now has almost even troops with us and has eventually gotten better attack and defense stats than we do. So with more Cao Cao troops coming, we were not going to take Juchang with that force. Now I've got, you guys are kind of tired, but you're all marching. And you will certainly put the numbers back to our advantage. They're already in our advantage slightly, but nowhere near enough. Oh, and you guys haven't arrived yet either. So actually, it could potentially be overkill to have sent all these guys. But that's why I had to march on Chenliu. Because Chenliu, I think it's the last big South city left after we take Xuchang. And if we don't take Xuchang, all these guys converging on Xuchang will raffle stomp over all these guys converging on Chenliu will raffle stomp over Xuchang on their way. Meanwhile, we have little cities like, at some point somebody needs to pick up Runan. If these guys take Shaochun, which now that nobody's going to come reinforce Shaochun now, with Xuchang under so much threat, these guys have their choice of marching on Runan or Kiao. The problem is, these guys down here reinforcing aren't the issue. The problem is guys from like Chenliu and these northeastern cities doing it. I was not being allowed to make peace with Yuan Shao, so we'll see if that can happen later. But it kind of doesn't matter right now, because right now, main thing is we're about to take over China. On the map, it doesn't look like much has changed, just to be taking over these little cities here, but it's actually pretty huge. Getting Chang'an before Cao Cao finished his expansion pre-attacking Yuan Shao was a pretty big deal. But getting Hongnong and now Luoyang, Hongnong not as much. Luoyang was a big city. Like kind of the three capitals in a sense of Wei were Chenliu, Xuchang, and Luoyang. Well, maybe Chang'an more so than Chenliu. But yeah, these are like his biggest cities are all in here. And this is basically, we've taken one and we can strike at any of the others. So it's big doings, guys. It's big doings. So we've got a bunch of bandits and Wuhan and guys like that. They're just forces that can pop up randomly to attack. But now we got Yuan Shao with almost 400,000 troops and a presence at almost 10,000. We got Cao Cao, who no longer has twice the presence, and he actually now has fewer troops than Yuan Shao. And we have about 3 times as many troops as anyone else, which does mean we actually have more troops than the other forces put together. And we got, even without the Emperor, we've got all the presence, and we're about to get the Emperor too. So if this was Nobunaga's ambition, the game would probably be over by now, or it would certainly end when we took the Emperor. But it's not, so it isn't. See you guys next time.